Welcome to Center of Light, Yanavites. I got a fantastic hour-ish, give or take, more give than take. I've never really done a presentation like this. I have-ish, but not in this particular category, which I didn't realize. Well, I did realize, but I didn't remember how much this is a part of my background, being Catholic. Submersed in a beautiful experience beyond measure. Hello, Nori Love, Nori Love. I don't know who these people are and who they think they are. I'm serious, I'm getting pissed. Hanging out, I see there's many people here, only a few in the room. Why don't you come into the forum? Take your shoes off, get yourself something to eat. The refrigerator's over there. I want to bring something that is way beyond measure, beyond due to you, for me. Hopefully that we can all see something so powerful and beautiful. Let me tell you how beautiful this is. Think of a brand new baby sister or a brand new baby girl. That feeling. Seems subtle, doesn't it? Because it is. It is very powerful because it is. Now we're going to take this to the level pink and blue, like sky blue pink, I think it's what it's called. And we're going to be talking about a divine avatar, feminine aspect. Anybody have any guesses? Think of feminine avatars, God realized holy people. Who do you think I might be talking about? I'm going to wait. This is going to be fun. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Sana. Kelly Bird. Nori Love. Kelly Bauman. Kelly, I love me some Kelly. I love all of you, but I am recognizing Kelly for her constant efforts of supporting my work. Many of you do. But right now, I guess for whatever reason, it's Kelly's turn. So thank you, Kelly. Any inclination, any hankerings, any hunkerings of who it might be that we're going to be speaking about? Let me give you some key points. Feminine divine energy to the infinite in the form of an avatar that was a human being. Anybody have any? Let's call them guesses. Let's call them what they are. Guesses. But I'm telling you, if you stick around, it will wow you. I have some information. I have some footage. I have some pictures. I have a revelation I'm going to reveal to myself publicly, which is I'm now going to move further inwards, upwards, forward, into my mission as to why I know I'm here. Ridicule does not interest me at all. And I'm grateful. I don't say that flippant or arrogant or egoistic. I don't. I live in the Bible Belt. There's no judgment there. I'm using this as a way of describing and setting forth an idea. I live in the Bible Belt. And not once have these beautiful, amazing human creatures ever attacked me. Not once. But I got two knuckleheaded, nonsensical guys trying to show how big their penis is and how far they can piss. That's okay. I get it. I'm a guy. It's all good. But I'm going to share something tonight that happens to come excuse me again. And the title of this, which is, I love this banner. This banner so describes tonight's time with you. Your time with me. We. Hanging out. Why? Because we have nothing else to do. How delicious is that? Check out this banner in tonight's presentation. Center of Light 5D. The coming of the celestial church. Huh? Are you for real? The coming of the celestial church. I wonder what you think that is. Has anyone, let me look, given me their ideas about who they think the female holy person is? I love it. Wendy says Mother Teresa. Nori love. Oh my God, she's in there. Dana says Mother Mary as well. So it is Mother Mary. Speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Oh, let it be. There will be an answer. So tonight we're going to be speaking about Mother Mary. What I'm going to show you in the form of video. The Queen of Sheba just walked in. Hello, baby. Everybody wants to see you. She loves me throwing treats to her. Watch this. I love it. So tonight we're speaking about Mother Mary. Nurturing, caring, supporting, endearing. That which is the pinnacle of anything that can mean everything ever. And I'm going to show you some footage. You don't have to believe it. You can say it's photoshopped or whatever. That's okay. Because if that's where you're dwelling, any of us, if that's where we're dwelling, we're missing the point. The point is in the magic of Santa Claus, the magic in the Easter Bunny, the magic of Christ, the magic of Mother Mary, the magic of this and that, because it creates hope and belief. But this is for no bullshit. I got some live footage. Many people will tell you who have experienced the divine, that I'm going to tell you a story that happened to me in 1983. See? They will tell you that when these divine avatars come in, the sun is always bouncing around the sky. Because a few nights ago, I did a presentation on the dawning of Aquarius, that the sun is not what we think it is. It's actually a portal to the 5D world. And it's the light from the 5D world that is pouring through what we call the sun. Hence the reason why extraterrestrials navigate, circumvent, is that a right word? Maybe? Full time and space through the portal of the sun, the S-U-N. But tonight we're going to be speaking about the S-O-N. And I'm going to be sharing with you more of my mission, which many people don't know. People think Keith might be not Christian. Well, I'm riding with the Lord. My cat is freaking out. I love it. And I don't. So tonight we're going to be speaking about Mother Mary, Jesus' mother. Was she really a virgin? You waiting for my answer? I'll give you one. Does that actually matter? Seriously, does that really matter? At all? To any degree? I'm laughing at my cat. Maybe virgin doesn't mean what we think it does. Maybe it means purity, wholeness, wholesomeness, awesomeness. All that is that baby sister that was just born. Subtle yet powerful. So I'm going to play you an audio bite. It's going to be about 20 minutes or so. But in fact, you know what I'm going to do before that? I'm going to go into a song break. I'm asking you because I love you. I'm not here to convince you, but I am, because there's lots of joy that exists inside of me in this experience, and I just want you to dive into it wholeheartedly and fully. Go use the bathroom. Get you some candy, some wine, some herb, some food, some snacks, some carrots, or nothing at all. I'm going to play a Lavender Soul song, and it's going to be, of course, it's going to be Divine Lover. No, Angel of Love. Angel of Love, will you always be with me so I can let go? revealed to me the beauty of your soul. I turned away. Her light was so blinding. It was the energy of her love. She said goodbye and turned into a dove. When I come back, I'm going to play for you a 20, let's say 5-minute audio bite. What you're going to hear is a monk in a Catholic church having an apparition. I've been doing this 30 years. I know what I'm talking about. He is being spoken to by Mother Mary. I'm feeling it already. But it's in Italian. So he says what he is being told. Someone translates it. Now the two images you're going to see on this banner are real. You can say, well, it doesn't matter what you say. They are real. This is what Jesus looked like as a man, manifested by Satya Sai Baba. This is what Jesus looked like. This is a miraculous, glorious day in it. And this is also a still image of the Virgin Mary. Whatever the Virgin means, it doesn't matter. Mary, his mother, snapped by someone who is so spiritually endowed, he could just pick up a camera and take pictures and get whatever he wants. And he's gotten everything he wanted. Not that he wanted anything in the first place. The point is, he took this picture and Mary showed up. So I want you to allow yourself the possibility of Santa Claus or the Easter Bunny, that thing that seems so far-fetched right now and absolutely erroneously false, that when you were 7, 8, and 9 years old, it was God to you. Well, this is God to me. Take it in for yourself and see that this is real. And then after this, do I want to do it after? I'm going to share a story with you that happened to me when I was 22 years old, surrounding the Virgin Mary, a full apparition. No one knows this about me. I never saw it as part, but now it is. So tonight is Center of Light, ancient. This is old. This is older than old. In fact, it never begins. This is how old it is. And this is how fresh and new it is, because it will never end. You see what I'm saying? Wrap your heart on that. Tonight is Center of Light, ancient, the coming of the celestial church, and I will be revealing what I will be doing until it's time for me to do something else. Play a song by Lavender Soul. Gonna be right back. Thank you, everyone. If you're here, I see 13 of you in this room. Let me check out the YouTubeage. Kelly Curtis, my beautiful Kelly Curtis, and Cinnamon. Had to have fun. Love it. If you were here, just say hello. Just say hi. That's all it takes. Even if you're at a distance, all 14 of you on Facebook or wherever you are, just say hi, Keith. And you can step back out and not be seen. Engage. Robert Harrison, Nori Love says, it's not natural. It's supernatural. Many people have a hang up with supernatural, meaning, oh my God, dark craft or taboo. It doesn't mean that. It means nature, natural, the trees, the earth, the elements, this, that. Supernatural means the layer that gives rise, the spirit, to all these things that we call natural. So God dang right, it's supernatural. Hello, Lauren. Hello, Calvin Renanda. Hello, Angie. Hello, Sue. All right, so I'm going to play a song. I'm going to come back. I'm going to decide when I come. What's up, Link? Hello, Linda Chaplin Woodbrook. Tonight we are speaking about the Divine Mother, literally, Mother Mary. Speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Mother Mary, she is appearing in the world. She's always appeared in intervals. Let me share this with you. When Mother Mary starts appearing, shit is going down. I can't believe he said that. Good. Don't believe it. It's okay. You know what I mean, because it delivered a punch of feeling with saying things are happening. And if you're so much caught up in the happening of what I said, you're missing everything that's truly happening. So she is going to deliver a message about the coming of the celestial church. I am soon going to release a testament, if you will, a written document, an account of my experience with Yeshua ben Joseph, known as Jesus Christ. Doesn't make me right, real, better, or special. It's just an account of what happened to me. For whatever reasons, I want to write it down and offer to anyone who may fancy a good read.
She turned to me and told me life was not too easy unless you can let go. I lay surprised at the simpleness of her soul. Wasting away in a sea of uncertainty. She had stayed with me for days. I needed love in so many different ways. And as I watched, she floated through the room. And as I cried, she was there to dry them too. Hold me and don't let go. Hold me. Never leave. Never leave. Angel of love, will you always be with me so I can let go? Reveal to me the beauty of your soul. I turned away, her light was so blinding, the energy of her love. She said goodbye and turned into a dove. As I watched, she floated through the room. And as I cried, she was there to dry them too. Hold me and don't let go. Hold me. Never leave. unless you can let go. Reveal to me the beauty of your soul.
Welcome back to Center of Light, trying to get things right on this Wednesday night. Good to see everyone. Tonight we're speaking about the Divine Mother, Jesus' mother, Mary. I decided I'm going to share with you this encounter I had, and it's not about me at all. 1993. I'm living in a trailer, mobile home, with a girlfriend of mine. Some friends of ours come over and they say, Keith, do you know David Bajeron? Have you heard what happened to him? I said, I don't think I know David. I said, what happened to him? She said, oh, Keith, you know David. And she began to describe to me David. I said, I don't know David. She says, well, anyway, he is having visions, apparitions of the Virgin Mother. I said, wow, that's cool. I just got out of wanting to be a Catholic priest, now dating this girl. So I'm still into the Catholicism thing because I was in the seminary, wanted to be a Catholic priest. So I was digging it. She goes, you don't know David? I said, no, I don't know David. Well, he is having visions. These are not just visions like sleeping and having a vision. He's having apparitions, conscious, active apparitions. She said, call him. He's a very nice guy. I'd love to. I call, here we go. Here's a South Louisiana person right here, Duplichin. Lee Roussel Duplichin. Hello, Pamela. So while I was living in South Louisiana, I get some friends came over and asked me if I knew this person named David Bajeron. And I said, I don't. Well, Keith, he's having my cat. He's having apparitions. So she said, call him. I said, okay. So I called him up. He said, hello. Went through all that. He said, sure, you could come over. I would love for you to see what I have. I said, so what do you have? He says, I have pictures. I said, okay. This is way before Photoshop. And this, in fact, is a Polaroid camera. It comes right out. It is what it is. You can't manipulate it. He says, come over, I'd like to show you. I'm all excited. So myself and my girlfriend at the time go to even further in South Louisiana, a place called Chauvin. And I knock on his door. Come on in, Keith, I've been waiting on you. And when I walk into the house, it's very cold. I don't know if if he's hot-natured and wants it cold, whatever. It was just cold. And so he proceeds to say, let's get right down to it. Let me show you why you're here. He pulls out this picture frame, more rectangle than it is square. How's that? With 9 Polaroids, 3 in a row, 3 in a row, 3 in the third row. He says, here you go. And I saw something. I felt something. I knew something. I believed something. I wanted something that, whether true or false, the images coming off of this frame was changing me. Something ancient. Center of Light ancient tonight. The coming of the Celestial Church. She's losing it. The coming of the ancient church, the Celestial Church. And so I'm sitting here looking at these pictures, and I asked him, how did all this happen? He says, I was trying to sell my house to get it appraised. And something just said inside of me, look up. And he looked up. And he begins to snap these pictures. And she spoke to him saying, every picture you take, I will become clearer. As she's descending from the sky, you see the top of the tree line. You see the trees, and then you see the roots. But she never touches the ground. Never. She hovers about 3 feet off the ground, and there is a bed of yellow roses laying all around her feet. I do not have those pictures. I'm sorry for misleading you. This is what happened to me when I was 22 years old. And I'm looking at this, and I'm changing it up. And I showed it to Jennifer, and I said, what do you see in that? She goes, I really don't see anything. I truly saw that she saw something, but she was completely in denial. And that's okay. Beautiful as it is. So he took me, he took me outside into his backyard. He's already got the Vatican's attention. In fact, the Vatican has been there quite a few times before this bird ever landed on my shoulder and in my heart. So that Friday, this was a Wednesday. Because he says tomorrow, he says, Keith, this Friday, it so happened to be Good Friday. He says, please come over. She's going to appear to me. And I believed him from the get-go. He said that before she appears to him, that she shows up, wakes him out of his dream state, and fully conscious to the room. And there's a burning cross over his bed. And she appears to him, complete alone, he and her. And she says, you must be in meditation, prayer, until I see you today at 12 noon. This was their relationship. He says, come over at noon on Good Friday. She will come. And the Vatican has been there often. This is going to be a while. We're going to be here for a while. David was a member of St. Louis, I think. I may be incorrect, so that's irrelevant anyway. Catholic Church in South Louisiana in Chauvin. David happened to be a homosexual. Homosexuality and being in the church is one, and claiming you are speaking with the Virgin Mother is another. He was kicked out of the church. He tried going back many times, and they refused him and said, you're not welcome here. So one night, the Virgin Mary appeared to David and said, tell Senator, I don't want to get this wrong. Maybe I want to say Jabert, but forget I said that. I said that for you to anchor that I am telling you an absolute true story. Senator Jabert. Now, whether it's Senator Jabert or not, throw it away. Senator John Doe was one of the big influencers, money bags of the church. I'm not judging the man. I'm just telling this is how it went down. He says, do not let him back in here. Do not let him back in here. So one night when David had an apparition, Virgin Mary, Mother Mary, said, tell Senator John Doe that on his deathbed, he prayed to me, because in South Louisiana, it's all about Catholicism. They pray to Virgin Mary, Virgin Mary, Virgin Mary, Virgin Mary, Virgin Mary. He said, if you spare my life, I will build a shrine to you. And he's the guy trying to get David kicked out of the church. So one night when the Virgin Mother Mary appeared to David, she said, by the way, tell Senator John Doe, his time is almost up. I'm waiting for him to build that shrine. So the next Sunday, David goes to church, and they said, you know better than to come in here. And in the front of the bunch was Big Daddy, John Doe Senator. And he said, by the way, she told me to tell you that your time is almost up. You still have a shrine to build. The senator fell at his feet When I got there, Good Friday, people just hanging about, some officials of any sort, people like you and me, people I know from high school. And so this is I'm a virgin. Virgin Mary. I'm a virgin. This is my first David Badgerall having an apparition from Mother Mary experience. So I'm a virgin. So I saw a couple of my friends there and I said, is this real? And he said, I think it is. They see the most phenomenal things happen with the weather. The sun will begin to dance in the sky. So I'm at David's house, and in his flamboyant, homosexual, beautiful way, everyone, can I get your attention? She's about to appear. I can't begin to tell you, share with you, how it felt to be me in that moment. Scared, excited, no idea of what is about to happen. Because some part of me didn't believe, some part of me absolutely knew this was real. That is what made me nervous. Because if it wasn't real, I'd go, this is horse shit. That wasn't the case. Everyone find your positions. It's about to happen. So there was a 16-foot, 12-foot, whatever, cross in his backyard that would often bleed. So I'm getting there, taking this in. Let's reverse the frame of Keith's life to the age of about 8, 9, maybe 10 years old, maybe 11. That's really pushing it. Being raised Catholic. In our church congregation, there was an event that happened by Maria, one of the 3 children of Fatima, that came to give a presentation to share what her time with the Mother Mary was like when she was a little girl. And I learned some very valuable things at 8, 9, 10, whatever years old, that I was told from someone, the last one of the 3, if I'm not mistaken, that says, if you're getting visited by the Virgin, this is how it's going down. So she's the baseline. And so when I came privy to David having apparitions, I tried to trick him. I'll tell you why. When Maria, from Fatima would get Holy Communion, which is the Eucharist of Christ, the bread they make that signifies and metaphorical all this and that. When she would have her apparition of Mary, and from the hierarchy would get her Holy Communion, she told me and the group that visited this Catholic event that Mother Mary will never touch the Eucharist. Never. It's her humility, her soft pink little child daughter way of saying, I am not worthy of the blood of my son. That's called humility. Doesn't mean she's not worthy. It means it's a highway for her to travel to tap into greater possibilities of her infinite self. But I can't touch it, but my angel, Michael, will gladly deliver to you Holy Sacrament. I learned this at between 8 and 10 years old. So when I met David, I challenged him. And my smart witness that I am, I said, bro, have you been given the Eucharist? He said, yes. I said, how did it feel to have Mary give you the Eucharist? He said, she didn't do it. It was Michael. So as this event began to occur, David said, it's about to start. So we all found our place. And I've learned from Maria when I was that young boy, you can go sideways, you can go backwards. If you try to go forward, even to scratch your nose, you cannot do it. You just simply can't do it. Nobody's restraining you. You can't make a gesture towards the holy if you're not holy enough yourself to be worthy to amalgamate with that kind of spirit. You can't do it. So it's going down, and I'm on my knees. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Right? And some part of me wanted to test and challenge to see if I can move forward. And guess what? I didn't decide not to do it because I shouldn't be testing that way. It was removed from me, the desire to test and go against my faith that way. In other words, I had the thought, it was taken. Did I get scared, or did something say, we're just not going to let you do it? You're off the hook. You're not being judged. You're just not going to do it. So I didn't do it. So as this event was going down, we're all in our place, semicircle around David, who happens to be standing in front of this 12 to 16 foot, whatever height cross that he's standing up. And you could tell that something's changing. You could tell it's changing. He's not facade. He's not jacking around. At least to he, it is real. Psychotic, whatever you want to call it, this man in front of me is having this experience, and it's just starting. And he begins to scream out loud, oh my God, what do you want from me? I don't know what you want from me. What is it you're trying to tell me? I've done everything you ask, everything, blah, 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 blah. And this goes on for 45 seconds to a minute. And one, we're thinking this is all going to be a holy moment, which it was a holy moment, but with all this fairy dust and doves, this wasn't that at all. And then he drops to his knees again. And he raises up, I'm telling you this happened. He raises up his japamala. His prayer bead, his rosary. He raises it up. I saw this, and it lifted beyond his hands and brought to the sky about 8 feet off the ground. And it descends back into his hands. And he says, everyone come to me quick, touch it, touch it, touch it. It was frozen cold. It had ice all over it. And out of nowhere, David says, Satan, I'm not a Satan believer kind of thing, meaning dark energy, whatever you are, if you have a personality, hence the word Satan. Out of nowhere, David says, Satan, get away from me. And there was a flash of light. And everyone saw this, and you hear such gasping. That being said, this was an experience that happened to me in 1983. Now I'm going to lead you into the presentation of the cookies, the wow factors. Wow factors are amazing. They are important to take us out of normalcy. Sometimes we need to be thrown a fishing lure so powerful that it truly does get our attention. And it pulls us on board the boat. Fishing lure, catch fish. Jesus, the fisherman, pulls fish on the boat. Michael rowed the boat ashore. Hallelujah. This is where we're going. We're going deep into Christianity and the beautifulness of it in the form of Mother Mary. Think about Mother Mary, sky blue pink. You see her always garbed in light blue, sky blue, in fact, but there's always a pink quality. This is going to wow you as it's going to wow me. I did work on it for hours, but I didn't give it too much attention. I just did the clinical technical work, the mechanical work. I don't want to give it my heart because I wanted that to happen now with you. I did not choose to use the YouTube videos because I would get flagged, maybe not. So I used my phone. There's some movement. Keep in mind, my intuition is very valuable to me. No one is asking you to believe anything you see. Santa Claus is not real, remember? But when you were 8, 9 years old, it was. That level of magic belief is beyond anything that can ever be powerful. Remember, avatars, when they come through the sun, S-U-N, S-O-N, when they come through the sun, tonight is Center of Light Ancient, the coming of the celestial church. Look at the ark, the peak of the ark of the church. You are the church. It is illumined with fire. We're going higher. So the pictures I'm going to show you in this story being told by this monk, having not just a vision, he's having an actual apparition of the Virgin Mary. I had to take some of the videos you're going to see with my phone, and I'm skirting all around copyrights, not because they don't deserve what they're due. The information is most important. So I'm going to show you a couple of pictures. Here we go. Think of Mother Mary, sky blue pink. I don't dabble in nonsense. I don't. This is a photograph of light of Mother Mary. Look at the color band, the spectrum it plays in, how it feels like Mother Mary and what we know her to dress like, look like, feel like. Take it in. Beautiful, isn't it? Even the picture, no pun intended, what it paints is beautiful. Next set of pictures. This happened in a church. These are two different people taking two different photographs. Notice the draping of the cloth, the Mother Maryness about it. How does that feel? Delightful, doesn't it? It reminds you of something sacred and ancient. And it takes responsibility of all things that are happening to you to ever reach that gate. It's old. It's sacred. It's beyond understanding. You will never understand it. Understand? Now I'm going to play you two video snippets. One is from Africa, which is the first one. The second one is going to be from India. Let your monkey rattle on all it wants. Let it bitch at you. Let it say it's a lie. That's all good. Let it be there. Don't fight it. Don't try to prove or disprove to yourself that what you're seeing is real, because that's part of the fight. Fighting causes bruises, black eyes. So get out of the fight. Just allow the monkey to talk and just watch. Just watch. Maybe not so many people have agendas. Remember, avatars, when they come through the sun, S-U-N-S-O-N, the sun, S-U-N, begins to dance in the sky. Just take it in. I am aware of Photoshop, but I also have belief in people. That goodness dominates the world and dominates my vision and my consciousness and my clarity and my intuition to say, something is truly happening here. Check it out. I wanted to make sure that all the video was played. So now what we're going to move into is about a 25-minute audio bite of a monk in a church, Catholic church. There are other nuns and other monks surrounding him, but he's the main guy, if you will. But you can bet he's not the most important because he's the one being apparitioned to. Everyone in this church is holding space to open up that door. You won't see that, sadly. If you want links to those videos, I will send them to you, though you're going to hear some of it tonight. But if you see it, it creates another perspective. But this is someone who's being appeared to by the Virgin Mother. And he will repeat it in Italian, and someone will repeat it in English. This is truly about my new life. This thing that I've been attached to for many eons, ancient, that I have to do this. I don't like it, to be honest with you. I love it, but some part of me doesn't understand it. But all that being said, this is about the coming of the celestial, ancient church. We are blessed. You are blessed. I am blessed. Enjoy your time. I'll see you in about 25 minutes. Listen with your heart. Truly just listen. Let something that you understand beyond trying to understand anything speak volumes to you. And you will get volumes out of it from within yourself. I'll see you in a minute.
Hace 103 años atrás llegué al mundo por una razón mayor.
103 years ago, I came to the world for a greater reason.
Y hoy retorno nuevamente al mundo, hijos míos,
And today I return to the world once again, my children,
para que tengan conciencia de este importante momento planetario,
so that you may be aware of this important planetary moment.
La luz de mi inmaculado corazón se refleja en la tierra
The light of my immaculate heart reflects on earth,
para poder abrazar a la mayor cantidad de almas posibles.
to be able to embrace the greatest amount of souls possible.
Pero en este tiempo no es suficiente.
But in this time, it is not enough.
Mi hijo los ha formado para este momento.
My son has formed you, trained you for this moment.
Los ha hecho apóstoles suyos
He has made you apostles of His,
para que lo pudieran servir y seguir.
so that you could serve Him and follow Him.
Como madre,
As a mother,
vengo en este tiempo
I come in this time
para que la mayor cantidad de hijos míos
so that the greatest amount of children of mine
no pierdan el sentido y el propósito de estar aquí.
may not lose the meaning and the reason for being here.
La razón por la cual Dios los trajo hacia mi encuentro,
The reason why God brought you to encounter me,
sabiendo que, hijos míos,
knowing that, my children,
aún hay millones de almas en el mundo
that there are still millions of souls in the world
que nunca estuvieron frente a la Madre de Dios.
that have never before been before the Mother of God.
Ustedes que han estado tan cerca de mí
You who have been so close to me
a través de estos últimos 12 años,
throughout these 12 last years
tienen mayor responsabilidad ante Dios
have a greater responsibility before God
por las causas y las aspiraciones de su Madre Divina,
for the causes and aspirations of your Divine Mother,
porque el plan de su Madre Celeste
because the plan of your Heavenly Mother
no es personal,
is not personal,
sino es un plan por toda la humanidad y el planeta.
but rather it is the plan of the whole of humanity and the planet.
Ustedes deben ser los embajadores de mi corazón inmaculado en el mundo.
You must be the ambassadors of my Immaculate Heart in the world.
Deben ser los facilitadores
You must be the facilitators
para las almas que necesitarán de mucha ayuda espiritual e interior.
for the souls that will need much spiritual and inner help.
Ese es el motivo que hoy me trae aquí ante ustedes.
This is the reason that I come here before you.
Por todos mis hijos que me escuchan en este momento a lo largo y ancho del mundo,
For all my children who listen to me at this moment throughout the world,
que aún proclaman su fe y devoción a mi materno corazón.
who still proclaim that faith and devotion to my Immaculate Heart.
Pero quiero decirles también a cada uno de ellos
But I also want to say to each one of them
que este es el tiempo definitivo y crucial,
that this is the definitive and crucial time,
muy pero muy diferente al que sucedió en Fátima hace 103 años atrás.
very but very different to that which happened in Fatima 103 years ago.
En aquel tiempo la humanidad tenía un estado de conciencia diferente,
In that time, humanity had a different state of consciousness,
más primitivo e inmaduro.
more primitive and immature.
Pero en este tiempo, con el avance que ha alcanzado tener la humanidad,
But in this time, with the advance that humanity has managed to have,
aún eso sigue sucediendo en otros planos de conciencia,
this is still happening in other planes of consciousness,
con la destrucción a los reinos de la naturaleza y a la propia vida del ser humano.
with the destruction of the kingdoms of nature and the very life of human beings,
A través de las dolorosas crisis humanitarias
through the sorrowful humanitarian crisis
y el exilio de millones de hijos míos en el mundo buscando una oportunidad y esperanza.
and the exhalations of many children of mine in the world looking for hope and opportunity.
Ahora su casa, el planeta,
Now your home, the planet,
está en una gran transición.
is in a great transition.
Y quiero que lo sepan, hijos míos,
And I want you to know, my children,
porque aún muchos hijos míos no quieren abrir los ojos hacia esa realidad.
because still many children of mine do not want to open their eyes to this reality,
Para no sentirse impresionados o convocados para el servicio planetario.
in order not to feel impressed or summoned to the planetary service.
Muchos de los que hoy no están aquí perdieron una gran oportunidad espiritual.
Many of those who are not here today have lost a great spiritual opportunity.
Pero eso no impedirá que las puertas del cielo se sigan abriendo hacia la tierra.
But this will not impede the doors of heaven to continue opening towards the earth,
Mientras que cada uno de mis hijos corresponda a mi llamado.
while each one of my children corresponds to my call.
Esa será la gran premisa,
This will be the great premise,
o no,
or not,
de que su Madre Celeste
that your Heavenly Mother
pueda seguir retornando al mundo
may continue to return to the world
hasta que el Padre Celestial lo necesite.
as long as the Celestial Father needs it.
Pero hoy mis manos están llenas de oraciones.
But today my hands are filled with prayers,
Y hoy se las puedo mostrar
and today I can show them to you
como pequeñas esferas de luz
as small spheres of light
que han encendido los corazones del mundo
that have ignited the hearts of the world
al rezar obedientemente el Santo Rosario
by obediently praying the Holy Rosary
y entregarlo en honor a la Madre Celeste.
and give it in honor to the Heavenly Mother.
Cada una de estas cuentas que hoy llevo en mis manos,
Each one of these beads that I carry today in my hands,
cada pequeña esfera de luz que se encendió
each small sphere of light that has been ignited
en las humildes palmas de las manos de la Madre de Dios,
in the humble palms of the hands of the Mother of God,
serán gracias extraordinarias que retornarán al mundo
will be extraordinary graces that will return to the world
sobre aquellos hijos que sufren
upon those children who suffer,
y que son cientos y cientos de almas
that are hundreds and hundreds of souls
que aún esperan silenciosamente por una gracia de Dios.
that still silently wait for a grace of God.
Es así que les hago recordar, hijos míos,
This is how I make you remember, my children,
de la importancia de la oración conmigo todos los días.
of the importance of the prayer with me every day.
Esto es prioridad para sus corazones y almas.
This is a priority for your hearts and souls.
Nada puede cambiar ese ejercicio espiritual.
Nothing can change this spiritual exercise.
Nada puede sustituirlo,
Nothing can replace it,
ni siquiera cancelarlo.
not even cancel it.
Si oran, estarán unidos a mí.
If you pray, you will be united to me,
Y mi corazón inmaculado en este mes de mayo estará en ustedes,
and my immaculate heart in this month of May will be in you,
así como lo estuvo en el corazón de los pequeños pastores de Fátima.
just as it was in the little hearts of the little shepherds of Fatima,
Así como mi corazón aún está presente en el santuario
just as my heart is still present in the sanctuary
de Fátima y de toda Portugal.
of Fatima and of whole of Portugal.
El amor de la Madre de Dios,
The love of the Mother of God,
la devoción de la Madre Celeste,
the devotion of the Heavenly Mother,
la pureza de la sierva de Dios,
the purity of the servant of God,
tiene que estar en más corazones del mundo.
has to be in more hearts in the world.
Porque a pesar de lo que suceda en la superficie de la tierra,
Because despite what happens on the surface of the earth,
nada les sucederá
nothing will happen to you,
y podrán seguir los pasos de la Madre de Dios
and you will be able to follow the steps of the Mother of God
por los senderos de la reconciliación y de la paz,
through the pathways of reconciliation and peace,
para que puedan estar en comunión con Cristo, mi amado Hijo,
so that you may be in communion with Christ, my beloved Son,
y así sean sacramentados por su Espíritu,
and thus you may receive the sacrament of His Spirit
a través de la Santa Eucaristía.
through the Holy Eucharist.
Pero ahora, hijos míos,
But now, my children,
que es urgente e importante
it is urgent and important
que profundicen en la comunión espiritual con mi Hijo.
that you may deepen into the spiritual communion with my Son.
Este es el tiempo para cada uno de ustedes
This is the time for each one of you
de poder reconocer su veracidad
of being able to recognize its veracity
y su unión sincera con mi amado Hijo,
and your sincere union with my beloved Son,
porque eso es lo único que los salvará y los protegerá en estos tiempos.
because this is the only thing that will save you and protect you in these times.
Por eso adórenlo,
For this reason, adore Him,
reverencienlo
revere Him,
y oren a Cristo
and pray to Christ,
para que la fuente de su misericordia
so that the source of His mercy
pueda seguir descendiendo en el mundo
may continue to descend upon the
y
world
sobre aquellos lugares que son más necesarios.
and upon those places that need the most.
Hoy su Madre Celeste,
Today, your Heavenly Mother,
la Señora del Santísimo Rosario,
the Lady of the Most Holy Rosary,
ha recorrido el planeta entero
has gone through the whole planet
para recoger las súplicas de cada uno de sus hijos.
to collect the supplications of each one of her
Y
children.
ustedes que están aquí
And you who are here
me han suplicado,
have supplicated to me,
me han llamado
have called me
como su abogada y su mediadora
as your advocate and mediator
ante sus posibles injusticias.
before possible injustices.
Este es el tiempo de la conversión,
This is the time of conversion,
pero también es el tiempo de la concientización.
but it is also the time of conscientization.
Todos los tesoros que reciben del cielo los deberán
All the treasures that you receive from heaven you will have
testimoniar ante la llegada de mi Hijo.
to testify before the coming of my Son.
Y eso será un acto
And this will be an act
y una realidad para cada uno de ustedes,
and a reality for each one of you,
como también para los que no están
as also for those who are not here,
y de forma confusa
and in a confusing way
perdieron las huellas de mi Hijo.
have lost the footprints of my Son.
Pero yo vengo al mundo
But I come to the world
no con justicia, sino con amor,
not with justice, but rather with love,
con un amor maduro que los hace crecer
with a mature love that makes you grow
y responsabilizarse
and be responsible
de este plan de amor
for this plan of love
que Dios les entregó conscientemente para que lo cumplan y lo vivan.
that God has given you consciously for you to fulfill and live.
Toda esta gracia que reciben no es nada personal,
All this grace that you receive is nothing personal.
es una gran necesidad planetaria,
It is a great planetary need,
humana e interna,
a human and inner need,
para cada una de sus almas y espíritus.
for each one of your souls and spirits.
Después de 103 años de haber estado en Fátima,
After 103 years that I was in Fatima,
vengo a pedirles
I come to ask you
que sean consecuentes con mi hijo
to be responsive to my son,
y que maduren,
and that you may mature,
porque aún hay mucho por hacer,
because there is still much to be done.
aún hay mucho por realizar,
There is still much to be realized.
aún hay peregrinaciones por llevar adelante
There are still pilgrimages to carry out
en aquellos lugares del mundo
in those places of the world
donde el sufrimiento es real y doloroso,
where suffering is real and sorrowful,
donde hermanos suyos
where brothers and sisters of yours
sufren permanentemente el caos y la adversidad.
permanently suffer chaos and adversity.
El corazón de mi hijo,
The heart of my son,
el casto corazón de San José,
the chaste heart of Saint Joseph,
y mi materno inmaculado corazón
and my maternal and immaculate heart
necesitan llegar a esos lugares
need to reach these places
para estos tiempos definitivos.
for these definitive times.
Pero esa que es mi aspiración,
But this that is my aspiration,
primero deben construirla dentro de ustedes
you must build it first within yourselves,
para después construirla fuera de ustedes.
to then build it outside of you.
Eso les hará vivir la realidad
And this will make you live reality
y no la ilusión de lo que significa mi llamado.
and not the illusion of what my call means.
Porque mi llamado no es una ilusión,
Because my call is not an illusion,
es una necesidad
it is a need
y una convocatoria
and a summoning
para cada uno de sus corazones,
to each one of your hearts,
para que tengan la oportunidad
so that you may have the opportunity
de dar lo mejor a Dios
of giving the best to God
después de todo lo que Él les ha dado.
after everything He has given you.
Así como vengo con este mensaje para ustedes,
Just as I come with this message to you,
también vengo con un mensaje de amor para el mundo,
I also come with a message of love for the world,
porque el sufrimiento tiene que terminar,
because suffering must end,
la ignorancia tiene que terminar,
ignorance must end,
la ingratitud tiene que terminar,
ungratefulness must end,
y eso dependerá de cada uno de ustedes, hijos míos.
and this will depend on each one of you, my children.
Los invito a ingresar nuevamente a la escuela del amor,
I invite you to enter once again into the school of love,
a la escuela de la gratitud,
into the school of gratitude,
y especialmente
and especially
a la escuela de la obediencia,
into the school of obedience,
para que sus corazones
so that your hearts
sigan siendo guiados
may continue to be guided
ante una realidad planetaria
before a planetary reality
que se complica día a día
that becomes complicated day after day
por el gran distanciamiento que tiene la humanidad de Dios.
for the great distancing that humanity has of God.
Ustedes
You,
se distanciarán de Dios.
will you distance yourselves from God?
La prueba de la fe
The test of faith
llegará para cada uno de sus corazones.
will come for each one of your hearts.
Y en esa hora
And in this hour,
estaré rezando por ustedes,
we'll be praying for you.
así como estoy rezando por el mundo,
I will be praying for you just as I am praying for the world,
por la gracia
for the extraordinary grace
que conceda el fin de esta pandemia
that will grant the end of this pandemic
en toda la humanidad,
in the whole of humanity,
a fin de que los corazones,
so that hearts
las almas y las vidas de las personas recapaciten.
and souls and lives of people may reconsider,
Porque sin solidaridad,
because without solidarity,
sin fraternidad
without fraternity,
y sin gratitud,
and without gratitude,
la humanidad no volverá a ser normal.
humanity will not once again be normal.
El tiempo ya terminó
The time has ended,
y su conciencia debe crecer interiormente.
and your consciousness must grow internally.
Así estarán con nosotros,
Thus you will be with us
como almas,
as souls,
acompañándonos en el cielo,
accompanying us in heaven
para llevar adelante esta tarea
to carry out this task
que aún no terminó.
that has still not ended.
Hoy coloco sus corazones ante los jardines internos de Liz,
Today I place your hearts before the inner gardens of Liz,
para que puedan recordar su pureza original,
so that you may remember your original purity.
que es la pureza que los protegerá y los amparará en este tiempo,
That is the purity that will protect you and shelter you in this time
de ustedes mismos,
from yourselves,
para que puedan seguir caminando en Cristo y por Cristo,
so that you may continue walking in Christ and for Christ,
reconociendo
recognizing
las fortalezas que Él les ha entregado
the strongholds that He has given to you
y las virtudes
and the virtues
que Él ha depositado
that He has deposited
en sus almas,
within your souls,
para que lo puedan seguir y servir.
so that you may follow them and serve Him.
Él tiene sus brazos abiertos
He has His arms open
y sus manos extendidas hacia el mundo,
and His hands extended towards the world.
de la misma forma, hijos míos.
In the same way, my children,
Yo extiendo mis brazos hacia ustedes,
I extend my arms to you,
para que vean en mis manos
so that you may see within my hands
la luz de la gracia que los toca,
the light of the grace that touches you,
con el propósito
with the purpose
de vivir el discernimiento y la sabiduría,
of living discernment and wisdom,
para que no tomen decisiones precipitadas,
so that you may not make rush decisions,
porque esta es la última oportunidad.
because this is the last opportunity.
La copa ya está rebasando
The glass is already overflowing,
y las promesas que fueron realizadas por su señora
and the promises that have been done by your lady
en Akita,
in Akita,
Ruanda,
Rwanda,
Garabandal,
Garabandal,
Fátima
Fatima,
y Guadalupe,
and Guadalupe,
así como en Medjugorje,
as well as in Medjugorje,
se cumplirán.
will be fulfilled.
Hoy
Today,
tengo en mi corazón
I have in my heart
a los que me viven,
those who live me,
a los que me aman,
those who love me,
a los que me esperan,
those who wait for me,
a los que oran conmigo,
those who pray with me,
a los que claman
those who cry out,
y a los que nunca se cansan de servir.
and those who never become tired of serving.
En ellos
In them
están las promesas de Cristo
are the promises of Christ,
para poder cumplirse y realizarse.
to be able to be fulfilled and realized.
Yo espero que eso así sea
I hope it to be so
en cada uno de ustedes.
in each one of you.
Agradezco, queridos hijos,
I thank you, dear children,
el amor sincero que fue colocado
for the sincere love that has been placed
en respuesta a mis pedidos
as a response to my requests
de la consagración de las familias a mi inmaculado corazón.
of the consecration of families to my immaculate heart.
esas familias,
these families,
esas almas y esos corazones
these souls and hearts,
hoy reciben la consagración especial
today receive the special consecration
de la Madre de Dios,
of the Mother of God,
para que Dios los tenga en su misericordia y en su gracia,
so that God may have you in His mercy and in His grace,
y los ayude a vivir el fin de estos tiempos,
and may help you to live the end of these times,
que es un tiempo desconocido para todos.
that is an unknown time for all.
En agradecimiento a cada uno de ellos,
Giving thanks to each one of them,
yo los bendigo y me despido.
I bless you and bid farewell.
En el nombre del Padre,
Del Hijo y del Espíritu Santo. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Que la paz de Fátima,
May the peace of Fatima,
el santuario interior,
of the inner sanctuary,
permanezca en los corazones.
remain within hearts.
Amén.
Amen.
Les agradezco.
I thank you.
Is it believable? Do you believe that? I do with all my heart, and all that means anything to me. Catholic monk in a church, other people holding space, holding the cosmic door open. Never once did he stammer or stutter. The interpreter did, but he didn't. This is so ancient. It's so old, it's the new trend. And we are all blessed, my friend, to be able to be on board the train to Ascensionville, but with this program. The fact that you're hearing this is amazing, is it not? Did it not do something amazing to you? Maybe it didn't. That's all good. You are still loved beyond measure. Where my life is going now, as I said I would mention, and I mentioned it before and I mentioned it again, is deeper into the divine rabbit hole of trust. That I trust. I do this because I want to be the example of showing people what it's like to move into something beyond their own understanding. I don't understand it either. I truly don't. I don't. What is that about? Well, it sounds like Keith going off the top. Okay, granted. I would agree with that. But this is coming into fruition for me. And for whatever it means. What do you mean? What is meaningful to you? How can it get more delicious and beautiful than the life of Christ? I don't mean the years we know about. I mean the true life of Christ. The life of Christ as a man. Isn't that most important than his divinity? We already know of his divinity. Maybe it's more divine that we learn of his life. Because he did call us brother/sister. So when we see ourselves, Mrs. or Mr., in the same glorious light, how delicious was that presentation? Not because of me, but because of the energy of what this is all about. It's so ancient, it's trendy, it's current. Are you in the cosmic current? Simply, are you? It doesn't mean it's about Jesus or the Christic way. It could be about the Buddhist or the Buddhic way or the Hindi or the Hindic way. Either way, it's about you. Do you believe in such magic? possibility. Miracles. Trust me when I tell you, none of it will ever exist until you look in the mirror and see your own self as such. Release or clutch. Hello, Santa Claus. Do you still believe in Santa Claus? The magic and the miracle of Santa Claus. Even though you're 48, 50, whatever years old. Do you believe in the magic and the possibility of Santa Claus? Your child does. And ye should be childlike to ever enter the kingdom. So maybe simply we need to all go back to believing simply again. I have no other thoughts about it.